Hello, hello, everyone. Your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you some more animal news. This time we have the sloths. We can't do no encounters. Can we do any more sloth hugs? I will let you guys know because conservationists are saying that the sloths are exploited and are the number one victim of the wildlife selfie trade. So we're going to get into, how are the encounters and hugs harmful to the species? Okay, we're going to get into all of that. But before we do, make sure you guys share, like, turn on your post notifications. Y'all already know, support your girl. Y'all can send a donation to the Let's Talk About PayPal or Venmo. Everything will be in the description box. Okay, make sure y'all check out some more videos and podcast episodes here on the channel once you're done listening, okay, or watching. So let's get into it. The wildlife selfie trade, sloth exploitation, no encounters, no hugs. We're gonna get into everything. Let's get into the conservation foundation, the sloth conservation foundation, trying to educate the people, let us know what's going on, what we should and should not be doing, okay, with these daggone sloths. Okay, let's get into it. And I'll have timestamps for you guys just in case you guys want to skip through to certain parts. You already know how I do. Okay, so the Sloth Conservation Foundation, the sloth encounter experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, sloth encounter experiences. Are you thinking about booking a sloth encounter experience at a zoo or rescue center? Follow our simple guide below to make sure you don't get tricked into supporting an organization that causes harm to the sloths in its care. Okay, sloth yoga, sloth sleepover events, and sloth swimming. The latest string of encounter experiences which allow paying guests to hold pet and take selfie photographs with sloths. Wow, I haven't heard about sloth yoga. I know goat yoga, puppy yoga, not sloth yoga. So this is um educating process with me as well, because some of this stuff that I report to you guys, I don't know. So this new stuff that I'm learning about the sloths and the wildlife selfie trade, like, yeah, and I'm glad I'm reporting on this because we're all learning here, right? Why are we highlighting this? Surely these are bigger. There are bigger issues for us to worry about. The reality is that most people simply do not know the dark side of the seamless, harmless sloth encounters. There is a direct connection between the poaching of wild sloths, which is escalating at an alarming rate, and how people are being allowed to interact with sloths at captive facilities worldwide. Okay, so I want to scroll down, but I'm gonna just change because I is a woman's face here that they did not blur out. Maybe, she works for them. I don't know, but I don't want to show her face. Okay, they also wrote here, we aren't saying that all sloth encounters are bad. Far from it. We simply want to highlight the main problems and give you an idea what to look out for when booking one of these experiences. Okay, so this next part, they do have the people blurred out and whatnot. So the big problem. Most organizations hosting hands-on encounters typically say that the sloth was rescued, they are educating people, or they give money to support sloth conservation. Let's take a closer look at those claims for a second and get to the root of the problem. The sloth was rescued. You can still entertain and educate guests while raising funds without putting sloths in unnatural situations that cause stress. While we care, deeply about animal welfare and know that these types of interactions are stressful for sloths, with scientific evidence proving that all sloths experience abnormal blood pressure reactions in response to human contact due to internalized stress. Wow, didn't know that. But would I, not think that about a sloth? No. There is an even bigger concern. There are dangerous knock on consequences for sloths in the wild. Look at all the people with their selfies and pictures with the sloths, honey. Supporting sloth conservation. Hazy Ox, supporting sloth conservation. The bottom line is that hands on encounters like this normalize human wildlife contact. Social media is flooded with photos of people directly interacting with the animals y'all see here. If someone is offered the opportunity to hold a sloth, then they think, well, I have seen other people doing it on Instagram, so it must be okay. It isn't okay, and here's why. Hundreds of thousands of people are now coming to countries like Costa Rica and wanting to hold and touch a sloth after seeing other people doing it on social media. To feed the demand for hands on sloth encounters, baby sloths are being taken away from their mothers in the wild and are exploited as tourist attractions until they pass away, and then they are replaced. And these pictures here, this is the harsh reality behind hands-on sloth encounters. Sloths being removed from the wild to feed the demand. These images are by the World Animal Protection. This is sad. Mm-mm-mm. Sloths are now the number one victims of global wildlife selfie trade, and the human exploitation is quickly becoming one of the major threats to the survival of wild sloths. If reputable organizations are allowing people to have hands-on contact with the sloths in their care, then people won't ever realize it's wrong. I agree. The only way to stop this from happening to sloths in countries like Costa Rica is to, get rid of the demand at the source, and that requires organizations that allow these type of events to take responsibility for the fact that they are setting a dangerous precedent for what is an acceptable interaction with a sloth. Now, every single day we are witnessing firsthand the devastating impact of the demand for hands-on wildlife encounters. So, just last week, a sloth was being held at a banana plantation, and tourists were being charged $10 to hold it. The men holding the sloth had connections with local taxi drivers who were waiting at the Le Mans port as a cruise ship arrived. Hundreds of people getting off the cruise ship were wanting to see a sloth, and the taxi drivers knew exactly where to take them. That sloth was never rescued. It is either still being held today or has passed away from the trauma. Allegedly, I wasn't there. But this is what they're reporting. But if true, that is so sad, which I believe them. I don't think they're, lying about that. So are any sloth encounter experiences okay? See, this is the questions that the people want to know. Like, should we or should we not be doing this? Okay. So are any sloth encounter experiences okay? Yes, plenty of accredited zoos and aquariums have very ethical sloth encounter experiences available. Here are the top 5 things to look out for. Do they allow hands on contact with the sloth? If so, don't do it. Sloths do not want to be touched or petted under any circumstances. Is the sloth moved from its enclosure? Sloths are creatures of habit and do not like big changes in the environment. For some species, being moved or taken on a walk outside may be enriching, but sloths get stressed out by this. Is the interaction on the sloth's terms? If you are holding food out and the sloth comes over to take it from you, this is okay. The interaction is on the sloth's terms. But if a keeper is having to physically move or disturb the sloth, then this becomes stressful. Does the organization donate to support sloth conservation efforts in the wild? Don't be afraid to ask, honey, because I'm going to ask every time. So, do y'all donate? Which one is it? Let me get on the website. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Gotta, cross your T's and dot your I's. Okay, dot your I's and cross your T's and all of that. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions about this one. Many organizations claim to support conservation efforts, but aren't doing anything at all. Find out which nonprofit they support and check the website on the nonprofit to see if the organization is listed as an official sponsor. How many encounter experiences does the sloth participate in each day? We wouldn't recommend anything above one encounter per day. Many good organizations will even reschedule an encounter if the keeper doesn't think the sloth is feeling up for it. Okay. So, always try to support organizations that protect animals in the wild. You can always volunteer your time and rescue centers, sanctuaries that rescue and reintroduce wildlife. What can we do to stop the exploitation? Okay. It is easy to feel powerless, but every single one of us have an important role to play. Educate as many people as you can about the issues and make sure that you properly research any sloth encounter before participating in it. If we all shout loud enough, we can instigate change. If you know any organization using sloths in this way, do not be afraid to reach out to them directly to express your concerns. A sloth is not a photo prop, okay? There you have it from the Sloth Conservation Foundation. Okay. I also want to get into what they are now doing. Okay. Um, they are doing a survey. They want to know, listen, you want to hug a sloth? Why? Why take this survey? So I actually want to take the survey with you guys, but the way that I'm going to take the survey is like we didn't just read the reason why we shouldn't, do these encounters with sloths. Okay. So yeah, let's get into the survey. So here we go. If given the opportunity, would you hold a sloth? Let's zoom in a little bit. Maybe. So this, like I said, I'm answering from the perspective of we didn't just read what we just read, right? So would I hold a sloth? Maybe. If so, why? Sloths are cute. Sloths seem slow and gentle. I just want a sloth as a pet. I want to post pictures of holding it. Or I wouldn't hold a sloth. Or I would put sloths are cute. How does the legal status of holding or interaction with sloths influence your willingness to participate in such activities? I will only participate if it's legal in the country where they are where it's actively offered. I will participate regardless of its legal status. I would not participate if it's illegal in my home country, even if it's legal elsewhere, and I would not participate. And I chose I will only participate if it's legal in the country where it's actively offered. How much would you pay to hold a sloth? Y'all let me know if you've ever, did a sloth encounter. How much was the place charging for you guys to do it? But I said $40. So yeah, $40. So it's between 10 to $50. Now let's talk about the truth behind holding sloths. We already got into all of that. Sloths are stressed and when disturbed, touched, or held by people. Sloths used in tourism to be acquired through sloths used in tourism can be acquired through unethical means, often being taken from their homes in the wild to supply the demand of the encounters. After learning this information about sloths, would you still pay to hold it? No. Have you seen content about sloths on social media? Yes. What social media platforms do you see sloth content on? TikTok and Instagram. What kind of sloth content do you see on your social media? I see research about sloths because I, report on animal news, so that does come up in my feed. Do I see sloths in the wild? Yes, sometimes. Sloths being held by people, absolutely. Sloth events like sloth yoga, no. Sloths in a habitat at a zoo or animal sanctuary, yes. Television broadcast, no. On your social media platform, who presents this content? Celebrities, influencers, and organizations like zoos and sanctuaries. And then it says, tell us about yourself. So I will finish this survey later on with the rest of my information. But there you have it, folks. That is why they are saying, do not really support this these sloth encounters where you're holding them and stuff like that. So I want to get one of the twins their thoughts. Slothy number one. Twin, what's the tea? What you thinking? What's good? How you feeling? What you think about this? About the sloths? Do you want to be pet? Do you want to be held? He said he personally um would like to not be held. He said he likes to sit like the sloths be sitting in a tree minding a business. Okay. He likes to sit on the on air. Okay. Let's talk about sign and just mind his business. Okay. That's the boy. We got the girl over here. She on a little pink pillow. She minding her business. She taking a nap. She don't want to be picked up. She don't want to be doing all of that. This, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. But I'm gonna get into my final wild thoughts before I get up out of here. I'm all for pushing this. Listen, if it's to save the animals, I'm all for it. And I think it sucks that these animals are being taken away from their homes to be exploited. My goodness, just that is so sad. It just brings you to the mindset of how the whales and the dolphins get taken from their pods and their families, and then they be put in aquariums or these places where they want them to perform tricks for you. Like, Let them perform tricks out there in the wild while you on a boat watching them live, while they living their best life, living free. So this brings me into that mindset. Now we got to worry about the freaking sloths. The sloths. I thought it was a universal thing. Like, we knew that, like, don't mess with the sloths. Like, I mean, I've seen videos of like people helping sloths across the road and stuff like that, and then they just go about their business, honey. The sloth turn around real slow and give them a good nod of thank you, and then be on their mother merry way. Okay, so listen, it sucks. Make sure you guys do your research. Please make sure you guys do your research. Um, don't support these places if they not supporting sloths in the real world, in the wildlife. Make sure you're just getting reviews, looking at pictures, honey. You don't want to go to a facility that is just run down, and you can really tell that, oh, they only doing this for money. They don't really care about these animals. They don't care about conservation of these animals. So just make sure you guys do your research. I think the Sloth Conservation Foundation did a great job laying out the reasons why we shouldn't support the sloth exploitation, these encounters, these hugs and stuff like that. So they did a great job, and shout out to them for continuing to spread awareness and being able to look out for the sloths, look out for the little guys. Listen, at the end of the day, animals can't speak out for themselves. That's why we got to do it. We humans, we got to do it for them. They can't fight for their rights. We got to do it for them. And I'm here for it. And that's why I created the Let's Talk Wild show, the Let's Talk Wild podcast. Very young age, I already knew this was a type of show that I wanted. I wanted to have my own animal talk show. And yeah, very young age. Child, I was probably 6, and I was like, I'm gonna have an animal talk show, because we gotta speak out for them. We have to. They can't speak for themselves. They can't go to the polls and vote for their rights. They can't vote to stop these government officials from destroying their homes and polluting their waters, and the same earth that they living on and sharing with us. We share with each other. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the conservationist scientists, sloth lovers, okay? All the people that are working to spread awareness about the wildlife selfie trade, and, trying to curve and stop this. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, share the video, turn on your post notifications so you guys can be notified when I go live. Please leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this. Like I said, I'll leave timestamp for you guys just in case you guys want to just scroll through certain things. But let me know how you guys are feeling. Have you guys ever experienced a sloth encounter? How much did you pay? Was the facility up to par? Did they do one encounter a day? Like, how did they treat the sloths and stuff like that? Leave a comment. Let me know. It's no judgment here. We're just educating people. No bashing, just educating. You can't bash people and then and then expect them to listen to you and take what you're saying as something that they want to hear. So I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just here to educate people, the Tay way, the wild way, the Let's Talk Wild way. Y'all already know. I got some things to do today. Got to visit the community farm, check on the plants. We got some rain yesterday. So everything's been good. I want to go thrifting actually. We're gonna eat dinner early, and then I want to go to the thrift store. And yeah, I got to wash my hair tonight. I got to get my hair ready for the concert, the Schoolboy Q concert. Got to wash my hair, and get a final look through of my outfit. Okay. And also I need to check my bag. I ordered this Ravenclaw Loungefly, cute little blue bag, right? And I'm like, I went on the website to the venue. I said, child, I gotta get the tape measure out, gotta size up the purse to make sure it, you could bring it into the venue because the bag policy and all of that stuff. So yeah, I got a couple of things to do. Did I finish my gardening? Yes, I finished some gardening today. I did well, my personal garden, and I watered my house plants with some rainwater, and yeah, let them get some natural sun. But yeah, make sure you guys, like I said, subscribe to the channel, like, share, turn on your post notifications. Check out some more Let's Talk Wild podcast live videos here on the channel. Check out the Let's Talk Wild podcast episodes where I talk about animals and pop culture and animal news. Everything has its own playlist. I have some celebrity animal interaction shorts, and some celebrity pet interactions, wild style. Like I said, everything has its own playlist. All the animal stuff is here, baby. Just check it out. Explore the channel. Take a look around. Click, got something for everybody over here. Okay. Okay. You can also support by sending me a little donation at the Let's Talk Wild PayPal and Venmo. I really appreciate you guys. You send a little couple of dollars. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all already know. Enjoy the rest of your day. When will be the next live? Will I be going live tomorrow? No, because tomorrow is going to be a busy day for me, but I won't be going live tomorrow, but I will be posting some celebrity animal interaction videos on the Let's Talk Wild shorts. Okay. So, like I said, if you guys haven't caught up with the other podcast episodes and all that stuff, which I do have another Let's Talk Wild podcast episode 64, coming this Thursday, 12 p.m., available on all podcasting platforms and the visual here on YouTube. So, yeah, I won't be going live tomorrow. Got to get ready for the concert and make sure I'm, set and all of that stuff. But I will be posting some shorts. But like I said, I got some videos here for you guys. Check out some stuff. I know y'all ain't see everything. So check out everything here. Okay. Okay. Love yourself. I'm mad that I forgot to say this on my last live. Y'all already know the motto, the Let's Talk Wild way, words, wise words. Okay. Make sure you guys love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.